Malawi, which we have to learn a lesson from. We have Munir in hot soup. One of the officials at State House is in hot soup. We have us working up to flyers everywhere of a new presidential candidate, Mutolo. So it's catching the buzz. It's exciting. Who is this Mutolo? I've never heard of him. It's the first time for me to hear about this presidential candidate. To me, I don't know him. So, you know, a lot of things are happening. Also, another breaking news is the torture of Honorable Munir Zulu in the prison where he is. So we continue talking about that and exposing the injustice for Munir Zulu, who is a former member of parliament, now is a convict there, and there is news that he is being tortured where he is. So I think those are the main topics for the day that we'll talk about. I'm going to start sharing. Please share, invite people. I know people have no power, so they can watch at their leisure, at their convenience. So people, when they have time, they can watch at their leisure and their convenience. That's why we ask you to share. Yeah. Also, I'm a page badia to Sempindi. Some pages have been restricted. So, if a page is restricted in Amachita share, that will break the restriction because you are sharing it directly in the WhatsApp group, in the Face group. So make sure you share. Otherwise, we are here, guys. This is your political commentator, a human rights advocate. We are here to offer checks and balances until 2026. Oh my God, what a journey. We are almost there. But we will not stop. We continue going, offering checks and balances until the voting day. Malawi did it. Yeah, Zambia is coming. It's coming. 2026 it is. So I'll just play this song.
If tomorrow never came,
to
would your daughter really know how much you love her?
To the memory of ECL. Lest we forget, we haven't buried yet. So we keep the family in prayer as they go through this difficult time. Chichena chakalika Twakulekela we mwine Mutule we fumu Rengi matusha Chichena chakalika Twakulekela we mwine Mutule we fumu Mutule we fumu Mutule we fumu Twakulekela we mwine Mutule we Thank you. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you. A lot is going on. So on that note, we continue to put the Lungu family in prayer. It's a difficult time. It's a really difficult time. The funeral is still going on. It's not yet. But Lungu is still lying in a morgue, not yet buried. So we will be praying every day. We dedicate a few minutes at the beginning of every show to pray for the Lungu family, and you can join us as well, say a prayer for them, and we pray that they will not lack anything. We pray for support, emotional support, financial support, spiritual support, physical support, any kind of support that the Lungu family might need. We pray that God will intercede and make these provisions available for them. So on that note, we are switching over. I'm going to talk about the 90-year-old woman who came on Prime TV talking about the ECL burial and going political as a freedom fighter. I don't have much to say on the 90-year-old woman, but all I can say that this is we just say that why use a 90-year-old woman to come into politics? Yeah, so this is elder abuse. A 90-year-old woman needs to be retired and just enjoying her retired life. So anybody who is like advocating for whomever brought that 90-year-old woman to Prime TV and use her is actually a criminal. It's criminality. A 90-year-old woman, many people in 90 years and above, they have dementia, they have Alzheimer's, they can't remember really anything. Some of them, if they are threatened, they can do what they are told to do. So, you know, it's just shameful that people are sinking so low to even use 90-year-old women to bring them into politics. I won't dwell much on that issue of the 90-year-old woman who was brought to Prime TV, apart from say that that is some form of elder abuse. In a country where elders' rights are respected, the people who took this person to the interview, to the news station, should actually be arrested and charged with elder abuse. That is all I can say. The woman is being abused. She is 90 years old. Formal retirement age for any person is 65. At 65 years old, you're supposed to be retired. So what does a 90-year-old woman have to do with talking about politics in Zambia? That is elder abuse. First of all, we need to put the person who took that woman to Prime TV, that person needs to be charged with elder abuse. We shall not be a nation who shall prey on the vulnerable members of society to push a political objective. We shall not use old people who are vulnerable. Number one, she is 90. She's a woman. She is a vulnerable person. Most people that age, they have dementia, they have Alzheimer's. I'm in my 50s, I forget stuff, you know. What about a 90-year-old woman? These women are vulnerable. They can be intimidated. They can be paid to say stuff. So we are here to say that whoever took that 90-year-old woman should be charged with elder abuse. It's a criminality and it should not be tolerated. Shame on you. Coming to the Malawi victory, it has been confirmed that Mutharika, I think it's Mutharika, has taken the seat from Chakwera, and Chakwera has conceded. And you know, Malawi is considered as our twin. It is an extension of Chipata. So muzimu wa change wamene wange na kuja kuchipata ubwela Muzambia. And there's the similarities in the political scene right now between Malawi and Zambia are so like symbiotic. They are similar. One, they lost Saulos, is it Saulos Chilima? The one of the the vice president who had his own political party and went into an alliance with the Mutharika to win that election. But as the election was approaching, Saulos died in a suspicious aircraft accident. His chopper crashed. And before his chopper crashed, there were things that were happening between the Mutharika and the Saulos, that there was some antagonism, and you know, his death is suspicious, to say it in short, briefly, without, you know, saying too much. But the death of Saulos was very suspicious. Fast forward, Mutharika, he played dirty. He has lost landslide. Incumbent Malawi has lost with the Chakwera winning, is it Mutharika? Chakwera, yes. So Chakwera is the winner. So Chakwera has won. No, Chakwera is the loser. Sorry, Shabeshiba Machina. Chakwera was the incumbent. So the incumbent Chakwera lost, and the winner lost by the winner won by 71%. So Mutharika, the new president, had a landslide, winning 71% vote. So the new Malawian president has won with a landslide, 71% vote. And we saw that the loser, Chakwera, even wrote a letter to the judiciary to stop the Malawi ECZ from announcing the results. Can you imagine? Chakwera tried to stop a ECZ there in Malawi, ECM. They call themselves ECM. Here, Chakwera wrote to the Malawi ECM, the election, whatever they are in Malawi. He wrote to them not to announce the results. Can you imagine? So we thank the officials there in Malawi, the judiciary in Malawi, for holding their ground. We thank them. This is what should happen. The judges need to preserve democracy, not judge aliemu. If a Muzambia tuikere kumunga wefu afo katushefo chikaba. Because if they can go and say judge aliemu South Africa, nga Muzambia. Gutinaba ngabayima baonka ku South Africa uya. Agayakenga chabinga gagamba chetu ya guli hama judge mali. Ina Muzambia babatiani, chinche babapa mu Muzambia. Ask yourselves that. that leaked audio. Wutinanga baima banka ku South Africa. Judge aliye mu South Africa. Nga mu Zambia we are in trouble. Judge aliye mo, that's why ba president so balamilandu ku court chogo. Kubalundira masalary za ma judges. Bapa bachita increase salary ye ma judge. Ama housing allowance. Bajita increase mama salary ya ma judges without consulting the emoluments committee. So ba president balamilandu guma court for increasing the pay of the judges illegally. Ino cheba lundira ma judges chihi. Why is the president increasing the pay of the judges when he knows we are in an election year? When he knows that Zambia will need to rely on these judges to make decisions? When he knows that right now, Wurima court case against the president in Bemunyabaya. Balamilandu mu court. So, cheba mbati, cheba tola be hinna, in opposition wonse ku court. And in mwe na Zambia ba opposition, mutaliga kutola ba HH. Abantu babo kuma court. So, in the end, tawuya uba ballot because wonse bayaguba milandu. Fair is fair. Kambongata babugi every day gabapabana be hina milandu. Every day batola be hina kuma court milandu. And nywe na Zambia munyamuka mutalike kutola be na HH. A government yabo kuma court. So that ya gusika August bonse bayaguba milandu. And only the clean people bata jisi milandu mbeba yaguba ballot. Kambo swewonga tatuliri gatu kende gatu ide urira ati yobada batutola ku court balamana kutwanga balamana kutwanga gamulira lyonse ijinde ya urira jamana gamunyamuga ndinyo yababantu bonse bali jisimilandu andinyo gamubatola kuba court kuba lembehe milandu. Yes, fair is fair. What I'm saying is, you the opposition, stop crying to say we are being persecuted. Zambia is a democracy. So you also, the opposition, start up and start taking UPND to court, including Wahaka Inde for discrimination. Case number 1 is Wahaka Inde discriminating against 72 tribes of Zambia. Take him to court so that come 2026, Haka Inde can be disqualified from the ballot for discriminating. That is how we are going to play this game. And that's why we need my judges to be free and fair. Ngamaga nayo basa. Ngamaga nayo. Jindija kutika turira. Yo balatuanga balatujita buti tulikede turalira. Ejo jindija kamana. Ino wandiswe kunyamuka kuba tola kuma court. Ino maga na ya kutola na kuma court basa. Sunindiri komenyi. I am very happy to see that the UPND themselves have taken petitioned Munir. What in the Valley Nani? This petition. Petition. We are talking about the law. Because UPND is using the law to oppress the opposition. UPND bali bajata PF amuosi. UPND ajata PF abugosu baanda kubanyanga jipani jabo leaders babo bonse bali bangide leaders ba PF bonse balamilandu bali mu mantolongo mbambi basempera kuma court lyonse mbambi and bamana ba UPND kwamba tawu opposition ina mubona ati bazambya mahubaho bakambo mwamba ati tawu opposition but muri jati the PF amuosi. President wa isi wa PF isi wakahwa inataka jaya isi ochihi ndinywe mokali kumuleha kukwera ndege kunka wa kumusiri ko kuyalo habagwa ndinywe mwa jaya isi onyewo no ba PF a government yenu ba isi onani mwa baleka kabakwera ndege kunko ya South Africa kwa kusiriwa nani ngako bajiri awaso. ECA would still be alive if you had let him travel for his health care. But ndinoma mujaya mwali kumuga hawenda kukwera ndege. Momana mulalijenje hawa ma praise singer atawo opposition mu Zambia. Opposition ngu PF muliba kweta mugozi. Okuya kuregistra mwaunka mochinja ma office bearers. Bantu balona masiku, bantu ba celebrate independence, momana mochinja ma office bearers. Mozwao Mao Sampa waunka kukoti and they apologized. Mao Sampa wakajita apologize basamundi jatire ndalubiha. E case iri mu koti under you just judge concepta. Ruling yega indagale, the judgment has already been passed. What need ye de kujitigawa kusaina wo ya judge Zulu de kusaina kutegwe jipanija PF jijogere kubene ma office bearers, original office bearers kokujereda kujogere jipanija PF ino abajaji jirabadira kusaina abajaji concepta. Why are you failing to sign the consent judge to give PF back to the original owners? Because if they do that, Chavinga will have no place. Because Chavinga will have no place. Faropa ituntumba pai wiki demupando Chavinga jindime president wa PF. Once that order is signed, Chavinga uyakuba irrelevant. So lady ba judge ba concept ba lady judge. Jiba gaya kusaina order concept ya PF chi basa batuka mutwambira. Tuyanda kuhiba jile ya oyu judge oyu muga into oyu usaina consent order ya jimule ha chi tuyanda kujihiba sunu tuji mutwambire kambo ajindijo mwe mulali hwanyo ba UPND gutegwa tagu opposition ko ilibo kabaji atamu kosi political party yabo ilimu makoti gamwambira uli muga into judge asaine so that muibone competition muibone real opposition because PF is the largest opposition. Oguna wa America ulibo ma party obiro Democrat Republic womana. So Mozambia mwalo the key players ngu UPND ya PF ino ba UPND bazumana na kujaya jipani jabe hina pemunya baladi mwati tagu opposition. Let us play a free and fair game. Gamubalenga muba johere ba PF jipani jabo muba pay. Return the party to PF and stop arresting PF members so they can practice equal and fair politics. How many moganga wonga ima MPs ba PF mbanga imbobo mwangide nyoba UPND ndimibuye mwangide ma PF MPs wongae Munir Zulu, Irene Mabonga, JJ Banda uriguri binu ompundu ngungu kesi mbia walo o you independent katuta walo ulimu problem banjibi nga jandali labi ya kubabala bonsi ma MPs ba PF bajisima problems bangidu Lusambo Chilagwa Muriangi de ma MPs ba PF wose bomana kubanga kuba pamilandu momana titagu opposition and soni tamjis tamu wan soni biya komu imali ya wamba titagu opposition but mwamana wanga ma MPs babu ajipani jabo ulia judge ba mwambira tutaka saini nani consent order utegwa kanga Chavinga kakajita hega yanda. It's not fair. So we are calling on you, the judges in Zambia, to behave like Malawian judges. You must be loyal to the constitution. Abama judge moba kuyangwa. These judges in Zambia, they are headed to jail, I'm telling you. Because they are sitting on the laws of Zambia. They are sitting on justice, people's justice. They are infringing Zambians, these judges in Zambia. They will go to jail. So this is just a warning. Nandiwe judge, ujitebo choga saini, choba which that judge ni. Judge is to justice, not injustice. Judge is honorable. So nandiwe judge, ulijisimulandu oma political case. Gutinatu yandi gwangwa. Wajitari krusi, mbudi balaba judge baga waimi, baga usamba mulandu atibasame botagu, oyu mulandu hewiyanti. The judge reclused herself from Waimi case. So all these judges in Zambia, now you are presiding on a political case. Recluse yourself. Kambo muya wangiwa. Ndeni eba fye mukesa akakwa. Urufie ngwelo mlechitabe na Zambi. On this same thing of injustice, Munir Zulu, na lembe nkalata okwe batibale mchusha is being tortured. Munir Zulu atibale mutocha. Mu prison mwali. Okay, mufaya muka muipaye Munir Zulu. Olofinshe fo mufaya kuriyena. Mwali ona ola life yakwe. Mwali mupoko mpando wakwe. Mwali mupele milandu katushinga milandu shinga Munir Zulu esho akwata. So why torture somebody? And the torturing somebody is against the human rights. Baliku Yungoko, already Zambia has 2 strikes. Zambia has 2 strikes on human rights violations. Now they will hear this thing of torturing Munir in prison, searching his private parts. Munafokula mchita sodomize or whatever. You are perverted. You are all perverted. What business do you have searching umuntu who's already in a prison? Kula msechama private parts. Umuntu uli mu prison already. I know that when you are entering prison, padawale kukaka, you are supposed to, they search you when they are actually admitting you. Nombo muntu, you are violating Munir Zulu, kula msechama private parts. Hemu yanda kuma private parts awa Munir Zulu hihi. Eh? You are evil. You've already tortured the man enough. He lost his life. He's lost his work. He's in prison already. That's enough torture. Now you are physically torturing him. There is a letter circulating online where he has written to complain about his torture. It is not right. It is not right. It is not right that whatever jail that Munir Zulu is, he should be tortured. He has actually sued. He has actually sued for his torture. He has sued the Attorney General, the Commissioner General of Prisons, and the officer in charge at Mwembeshi. Yes, I have the letter here. Yes. So there are things which reliefs and remedies, intentional humiliation, degrading treatment towards the petitioner. So Munir Zulu is being tortured kumwembeshi, and he has sued the Attorney General, the prisoner, the commissioner, abaku prison, naba officer in charge. So this is the petition here. It is there. I'm going to post it on my page. You can read it later. But Munir Zulu has sued for being tortured. Valem chita torture kumwembeshi. What a shame. What a shame. Yeah. And the other breaking story is this Munir. Let me read the letter of UPND suing Munir. Let me read the letter. So we'll be here, we'll be talking, guys. There's so much injustice. What is happening in this country? But apart to African Omba, the opposition should stop crying and take advantage of the courts. Let them go to the courts and start suing the government or anyone in UPND who is oppressing them. Even if the courts are being partial, imilandu tashivola. So there is this case of a petition for an investigation, alleged abuse of office, unexplained wealth, judicial interference, and secret recruitment of judicial officers by Mr. Christopher Munir, Special Assistant to the President, Legal Affairs. So there is a petition by UPND members against Christopher Munir for basically corruption. So abene bayambo kuyimina. Abene ba UPND bayambo kula isuwinga. So this thing, I posted this at this petition on my page, and it is to the Director General Anti-Corruption, Director General DEC, and Inspector General of Police from concerned UPND. So, but Christopher Munir is in trouble. Unexplained wealth that na banonka ba Christopher Munir, Special Assistant to the President. So by UPND abene, concerned UPND members, therefore kuishiba, if you mafia ba Christopher Munir, fifu mine kuisa, ba Christopher Munir is a Special Assistant to the President. Mune umfua kofi. This petition is dated 15th September. We, the undersigned concerned members of the ruling UPND, submit this petition in the public interest, demanding urgent and independent investigations into the conduct and financial dealings of Christopher Munir, who currently serves as Special Assistant to the President for Legal Affairs. Mayumfira abalekita assist by President ebale nonka. Unexplained wealth, so naba nonka. Rapid asset accumulation, alleged abuse of State House for private gain, alleged interference, manipulation of the judiciary. Ababa judiciary aba today michita woni ba judiciary. Fia isa nomba kuli mwemwe ne ba UPND mwemwe ba alleged report manipulation of the judiciary. Abe ne mambo kula izala. By amwema judges. Mukesa kwa na mumona banenu ku Malawi, they did the right thing. Malawi judges, when Malawians stood up and took cases to the judiciary in Malawi, the judges did the right thing in Malawi. They threw out the automatic voting in Malawi. By Salanda Fiati, only manually counted votes in Malawi. So we expect the judges in Zambia to do their due diligence, to be honorable. Otherwise, mukesa kakwa. Tuakula miremba fia machina, judge chite, ali chita injustice apa, no kumusuwinga na bena bakali, they will rot in jail. A strategy, tayatusuminishokula, let's not sit like babies crying. Vale tukaka. Imeni, as concerned the citizens, as by UPND. So let us do it. This is the way to go to stop corruption in its tracks. Is take it to the judges, and then if those judges are compromised, when the time comes, they will also be arrested. Judges, bakesa akakwa. So judges inga mulechita handle ma political cases musambe mofie ngana mumona titamukosele sambeni mofie mwema judges. Umwana wabo walechita graduate law babuli omwana wabo bamuchite appoint as a judge pakuti alepingule milandu. Otherwise mwema judges mukapira mwefota mwishibe nga bamipela political case kufyengeresha abantu kaneni. This is the way to do it. Start reclusing yourself. Dear judges, mulefikana nomba. Kula kananga bakupere chimulandu chakufyengeresha abantu mwachikana. Because mukesa akakwira mo, you go to jail for injustice. I am telling you. We are not playing a popo tufikire tatule yangala. The third thing is Christopher Munir is being accused is threats to democracy and rule of law. The petition demands that the ACC investigates Mr. Munir. So by ACC, by Deki, by Zambia police, and Beni which they investigate by Munir. Signed UPND members. So imwe by opposition inamwikala. But when by UPND banabamba ma petition against each other. Na imwe ni ambeni ama petition against by UPND. Start a petition. We want to know where that 80 billion went. Ile 80 billion watu mine kuzesko ku China accidentally paditalala. Start a petition. And you petition the director kuzesko. Nama managers aba kuzesko. Ambeniko. The 2.5 billion idia. Na ena ambeni kule mama petition mule tuala. Find lawyers of PF, they can submit these cases for you in court. So, ngatuafika mu August 2026. Bonsana bahaka inde will be disqualified kuya pa ballot because waka kwate milandu. Why should you sit when he by HH barepera ama opposition milandu but na bakwate milandu mune bareka. Na imwe ambeni kucha submit cases against bahaka inde. So that bahaka inde can be also disqualified from the ballot. Palasi takwakabe okay minina. If all of them are corrupt, then no one will be on the ballot. That is a fair game. This is my advice. Yes, the sale of Mopani, start a petition, consent Zambian, Zambeni komwewantukula limbama condition. Number one, Palisti, you petition Minister of Mines Kabuswe. Naba kuzet CCM bali abalondolo MPH shainde. Naba neli muti mwababika po how kutubashitisha shani national asset without him kupita mu parliament. Nelly Muti was supposed to bring it on the floor and demand the minister to answer how they sold that the Mopani without one ungwe. And then you kulembesha ama cases mwevantu. Inga tuafika 2026 bahaka inde na wena you'll be disqualified. That's why balefo kuleta Bill 7 area. There is a clause on Bill 7 Article 52 where he's trying to stop corruption charges against himself so that no one can petition Babahaka Inde for corruption to stop him to be on the ballot. Apanomba, we have to be technical. The same way they are technical and methodical kula pere milandu na ifwebene. Chieni tuime mwebantu bakwaresa. Tualanda tuanaka. Bamba nombokula ingisha. Yes, the dual carriageway. You don't say your milandu nani kwata list ini. I have a list of all their cases. I have a list. I will post it here. Let's start petitioning these people. Yeah? Dual carriageway badi mule mpia badi dia. Umusebo is only 30% complete. Eh? Gonzales, systematic theft of drugs. The president has shielded to mention the people who are involved in the systematic theft of drugs. So we should petition the Minister of Health. Nina nuwa niko Masebo. Masebo should be number one And also parliament should be one, because the parliament, kuri corruption, she is supposed to move a motion to call the minister of health to come and explain if you achitike permit shireshale America baputule 50 million kuri HIV drug. We have not received an explanation. 20 million I don't mean to shing in them ever. Ama MPs won't say ama MPs won't say aba UPND. Anybody name and they will be disqualified to be on the ballot. So let us use the law to fight them. They can't be fighting us with the law if not we can. Na if we twin me, na muba monamene they have petitioned Munir. Munir nava mutu ala kukochuku. Inga imwesho mwana balekela chishi wa opposition muredi rafi. No. Tieni twimi hapa siya wanu alilanda mailo mkalaka ojo akafumine kuli siya wanu. 2026 ukapita is a popular person. Impia tashaka bapishe. Na mashina yabota yakabapishe. Balepo na. Taba kapite. Na ba HH bene taba kapite. Filefi walanda siya wanu wachio ba HH wakapita 80% kwisa. Even the president has cases tied to him. Because if he can't hold his appointed officials accountable, na vena nishibana wakwata problem. Iminandu ya fulisha, so it will mean it will clean all these dirty politicians out. It is a time for fresh start. 2026, it's a time for fresh start. We don't want to work what Milan really say. We want a fresh start. So techibale pelaba nawe Milandu. Then anama kwate Milandu bale yendera. Elo bale somewhat there is no competition. Whenever nenu mwadiwe katapamukos, you have a chokehold on your friends. Yeah, there is no actually if you feel that there is no opposition in PF, even in UPND there won't be opposition. Because by UPND they are all guilty of corruption in one way or another. But President himself, one case in I'm sure which HH can be charged is the discrimination of 72 tribes. He has appointed one tribe, like 90% of the people in the diplomatic service, they are from one tribe. That is an impeachable crime. He is discriminating against 72 tribes of Zambia. Is a reason to impeach HH and sue him for discriminating in Zambia. That one case only can disqualify HH to be on the ballot for discriminating against 72 tribes of Zambia. Mulandu kalamba sana's discrimination. You can't have all the diplomatic service staffed by one tribe. Pero na mwikala. No, but in diplomatic service to the land yo. Concept your chava. All institutions mutundumo. 90%, 99.9% from Tongaland. The few Tongas. It's only a few of them because majority of the Tonga bali penge de mumizi. Bale chula ba Tonga mumishumu. Awe the few of them who are appointed in the jobs ever leader. Now when over pele to CDF twali pwa bale chula ama light takuri ubungani 400 kwacha. It's only a few of the Tongas. So mwiranda taba Tonga bale leader awe na Tonga bali mu government aba leader na HH. Problem Zambia. Because these people who are being appointed, the whole office is Vatonga. We can't be like this. 73 Why can't the Tonga complain against tribalism? These people are even more about problem. Mukesa lusenchi tonde ni Because there are 73 tribes in Zambia. Techumutundu wenufye, uchte dominate konse. Wonse kolanga manchito onse. Muibadela muigolo. Muma office monse munibo batonga. Na chisi jenu molike. No, it's not. So we will continue to call you out. Ama chiefs, they can be manipulated. Chiefs are being manipulated right now. But abantu balibuka. Even if much manipulate ama chiefs, you can vote on a secret ballot. People will get up and vote how they want. Even if you manipulate chiefs. We don't care. Ama chiefs ingabale mipere mpia mure nifye mudiye. Ni public fund. Tempia shab. These chiefs, they are supposed to be given more because ama chiefs landia we perfume fiuma if you are Zambia. Everybody ba pera fiotuma 11 pin. These chiefs should be millionaires. They should be given a percentage of whatever is mined from those mines. Not bale ba pera ma pocket change. So, nafiwama. It is nice. I am happy to see the UPND. They have put Christopher Munir on the spot for corruption. How can somebody who's an assistant to the president be sued for corruption? Nishwa president abafimona olebale mutuma ndey pushafe ni question ulia Christopher Munir pact wa mchite side for corruption nishwa president abafimona nangwe bale mutuma. Answer me. Na mwe balozi kwa haye kafo mina malozi kwa haye kafo amuzuhe musike mwalumela kumiseverisa muri chimbuya balemi bomfya mukakakiwa kumona bena mwe bantu bandikwa haeka fo muzuhe musike mwalumela kulibo baba matonga olobo echechi bafafera mulozi ulimu mukamusebezi onafo kuti hawe we are working with the government hakuna za kuseverisa moho baba tafera mavoti ya minasha muzuye kafo kwa hae kiba kubala fiera batu bakwa bulozi baba inzimwa government kiba kubala maybe point shani percent. They are not even 1%. Baba ngata kibona matonga baba tezimwa government yabo echechi. So luka mbola ngafa makandeki yakuri mina kwa hae muske mwalumela kulibamba wa echechi baseberise mushobo wa bulozi kule kama votsha abafa musebezi batu babeli babalalu peto mwakuza mukozali kamani bamiseberisa fera kuli nako ya kuvota ikata muyoba votera hakuna zechwalo already runani problem ya Barose Barose land is among the poorest provinces in the Zambia in terms of quality of life ya watu bateni bakwa bulozi. But you know kuna ni problem ya Barose land where Barose land ne ifilema sherenga ngata kwa Republic of Zambia. But look at what is happening. Kwa bulozi nina kwa kutaku na university. Bulozi land and Luapula, I think these two provinces, they have the poorest quality of life. Nikubea kwa teriba mambuya baka kwa northwestern nibona. Bakwa 6 koroko. Bona kubona baba nyanda kunyanderera. Kapuli nako kopa beuchi itutire. Kopa beuchi itutire kikwa northwestern kona kukuzwa mashere. mashere ngakweza rani economy ya kwa Zambia izo kwa Northwestern but kwa Northwestern ne muwoni mufumbwe masaka kono bashire batu kuruma mapokola kafale kuyobula yakabatu kachenu ape bayonga muchembere yale wa 90 years kutaka radio kutarakule yakuti zeo za bulungu elder abuse muske mwalumera kumiberekisa nako ikiyeki muntu ni muntu ulukana kuitali mera kuli Zambia yeki Zambia yabatuka ofera muntu ni muntu ulukenda kweza benefit muntu ulukenda kuina mwasi chabasa kuli unanima light 24/7 muntu ulukenda kuina mwasi chabasa kuli unani mezi my youth ka ofera baba ulukenda kubanimise bezi my youth kima promise after promise kwa my youth baluna kikuba sebezi sanga fera kurwa haka baba hulu ingenda fama Facebook kona musebezi wa my youth abaka bafaka talk time batorwa hana abanami sebezi hakuna ni free education yeo yebatisize ya bwangano batu banana ma class 100 mwana ukona kwitu tase kama inzi 100 ma class kisi kama mwana nasa kona kwituta apa education yichinchize ya mazazia education yichinchize mazazia banana baituta fama computer amuni ulele private government school mwa Zambia yena ni computer class primary school banana kwanu kwa bukuwa ni haze ka ofera mutu grade 1 kwa nursery school bana ni iPad bana ni computer bana ni tablet ya kuitutera fateni chwele mwa Zambia malaiti wale kisa banana batezi mwa classroom ingeri ku muluti ana ninako ya kuchonga libuka za banana kibai chonga ngalibuka muluti ya lutisa banana baeza swap libuka bai chonga ona fomu aikutwa kuchikuluna ni free education kono bwangano bo mutuhere bo bwezala mwa Zambia mutuhere kulumbaza bwangano kimina babakaye kuchwalanda shani muchirozi mukaleka Zambia they develop because of you mina specifically kwa burozi ka 4 mwanyanda especially kwa makalabo kwa masesheke kwale you know it's a semi desert some of the areas in western ki semi desert so batu mama dry season ibachanga fera my wild fruit li mango akuna nize zahala apa ni ma HIV infection rates they are very high kwa haye kwa bulozi aiba education free education aiba ina ni meaning then why banana bana baluna ma teenagers kinga ba is involved mama sexual activities with a very high infection rate kwa high kwa bulozi it is one of the areas then one day I was looking at the numbers and the infection rate in Western province is very high for HIV among young people. And by you kutwa ba UPND mwa supporter kuti batisize free education. So education yaten kinga isa banana abasai to kinga nishta bale sambil shabana to refrain from sexual activity. Kinga basaluti banana kuli baba kubatause za kuli amuka eza chwana muka kula matuku asa feri ya HIV. If I'm lying, go on the internet mweze search on the internet my infection rate ya HIV kwa burozi they are sky high. I'm working on my calendar. Mujibi happy. No. So malozi mina kwa bulozi kafo amuzuhe mubafanga fera maybe mulozi ali mumu matonga fulu misebezi mwa government yabo akaka inde ona fo okaye baka boyechecha bakata kwa bulozi ke musamwa forward likama ni mwanyanda kafo kwa bulozi akuna this year HHK out aye ni muhata bwa hai ero wasikia misebeli sangafera kweza point batu bababeli babalalu babazo kwa bulozi kuri aleke vote ya mina akuna sha vote ya kwa bulozi yona mnakuibona amuiboni sichabasese si mwaota vote oziena akuna malozi banyandire mubasebelisa ngafera kuna vote ezambezi stronghold kai muzuse mwateni kwa bulozi muizuse mwateni muzeoza bwanganuza go stronghold zemuyibeyanga mwateni akuta nako yako ya misebezi yako ipa misebezi mwaipa mulino sikafomi na batonga on paper this is our stronghold kiko zuwa ka uferasha uzoka bulozi kwa butonga akuna kuvota ingesangano akuna kuvota fa mushobo kiko vota fa manifesto kona for vote rasha welcome Donos
kiko vote la como shobo
akuna kuvotera fa mushobo kuri na
akuna kuvotera fa mushobo
wangano zeo kiko votera fa manifesto muntu yakachinja kupiro bwa mina
Nice listen to Lozi. I can see that somehow you find it hard to speak fluently, but compliments. That's good. You are a polyglot.
Yes. I used to speak Lozi as a young kid many years ago, but we grew up on the Copper Belt. But we spoke Bemba, at school. But when we come home, we spoke. My parents were Lozi, Tonga, so we spoke both languages. But it helped me a lot because I used to go to the village in Mazabuka.
Good.
So I'm more fluent in Tonga, although Lozi too. So and I don't use it now, so it's going, but it's there. When I start speaking it comes. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Yeah, I don't know. You said maybe I'm interrupting your program, but I just wanted to say to comment on two things. The chiefs at State House, the way they were treated, and the other point I wanted maybe to mention is the way that 91-year-old woman from Solwezi, the way she was also trapped. So on these two things, I don't know if I can
go ahead. I'm actually done, so you can go ahead. I'll leave the floor to you.
Right. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good morning. Depends where you are. You're watching, you're following. I would like to comment on, when I was listening to how our president addressed the chiefs. I don't know whether there was also the presence of paramount chiefs there, but okay, just so that there was quite a group of chiefs. If probably they were coming from all provinces and all districts, I think, in the country. Now, I found it very weird where when the president was treating the chiefs in that manner. I find it very embarrassing. I have to confess, very embarrassing, because chiefs are respected everywhere. chiefs in our country, maybe we use the word chiefs, but in some other places, like in Spain, in Monaco, they will call them kings. But I think the respect that is reserved to these people is more or less the same. Of course, it depends on a country itself. If the country despises the chiefs, then of course everyone else is not going to respect them. If a country respects the chiefs, of course, even other people are going to follow suit. So I was shocked for the first time. I heard the president gathering all these chiefs and telling them to be chanting as if he was speaking to the cadres or to the Zambian ordinary people. I am a Zambian ordinary person. When I go and see the chief, we have to pay respect. I have not grown up in my homeland. Chief Chitembo. But of course, when my parents would go there, there is a certain way you can go and greet the chiefs. There are certain things that you're supposed to follow as tradition. It doesn't matter who goes to visit the chief, whether he's a clergy, whether it's a lay person, whether he's a president, whether he's a member of parliament, whether he's a cabinet minister, or whether he's a judge. It doesn't matter. A chief has a very, very huge responsibility in our society as Zambians, and they are very, very well respected. Now, to treat our chiefs in the way I saw today was horrendous. First of all, it was horrendous. Very embarrassing. To me, it was embarrassing. The advisor to our president, can you do your job? Can you do your job? We are embarrassing ourselves. We can do better. This has never happened. Don't just think like, oh, well, for the first time, maybe we can also put this one. For the first time, the chiefs were being asked to chant, one Zambia, one nation, one Zambia, one nation, one nation. The chiefs. We can do better. We can do better. That was so terrible, was horrible, was embarrassing. You people who are the advisors to our president, can you do your job? If you don't like study, okay, just go out on Google. Ask, I don't know, you can ask Siri. Siri, how do we relate with a chief? What is the protocol to talk to a chief? Ask Siri. Maybe Siri is going to give you an advice. If you don't have Siri on your platform, on your phone, on your gadgets, maybe you can consult artificial intelligence. Consult artificial intelligence. Ask him what is the way to relate with a chief traditionally. In Zambia, how do you relate with the chief? How do you greet the chiefs? How do you respect the chiefs in Zambia? Ask artificial intelligence, it's going to help you. So this is the first thing I wanted to condemn. I condemn it. I hope it does not happen anymore. You leaders, you politicians, come on, you can do better. I don't know, probably President Hakainde Hichilema does not respect these things of the chiefs. Anyway, each and everyone, we have our rights. But some of us, we recognize in the society the importance of the chiefs, and consequently, we respect them. We honor them. Presidents come, presidents go. A chief who remains until death can visit him. A chief remains a chief until death does him apart. So that was so terrible, and I hope it never comes back in our society. It's never repeated by politicians. our politicians, power corrupts, church, and absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. Yeah, indeed. I saw it today. Power corrupts. It makes some people lose their ordinary respect, the respect for, my goodness, tradition, the culture, the culture. Zambia, a Christian nation, very rich in culture. But how do we despise our culture? And why? So that was my first contribution. The other one, I think, I don't know if you have any word on that point, Pomolo. Otherwise, then I can.
Yeah. Oh, Paddy, I missed it, but I can just say that very soon Mahaka Inde will be bowing at those chiefs, because a chief is born, you are born into it, but your president is just been a president for 4 years. He's 1 foot out the door already. So how is he to relate to those chiefs when he leaves office, when he humiliated them? It's basically humiliating these chiefs because he's giving them pocket change. These chiefs, according to me, they should be given a percentage of whatever minerals are in their land. They should be the richest people in Zambia. For example, Kuliakulu Fanyama, Chifunkana should be a multi-millionaire, a billionaire by this time, since they started mining those emeralds. If he gets even 1% annually, can you imagine what Chifunkana can do in his kingdom? You know, schools, roads, hospitals, but nothing. You know, even the major hospital there, Kitwe Central Hospital, is a sham. But we have a Chifunkana there who's presiding over those Kajem mines, is under Chifunkana. You know, so I think, like we are saying, 2026, it's a new mindset where we have to take ownership for what is ours and not allow a president to be like it. Because we gave him that power, he can dominate even the chiefs who were born in. The chiefs were, those Chifunkana was existing before Zambia became a republic.
It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. And some of my friends, they saw the clip and they were saying, but, well, are these true chiefs? That was my question they were asking. Are these true chiefs or they're just puppets? So I could not embarrass my,
our chiefs have been impoverished, you know. Our chiefs have been impoverished, and they, you know, in Malawi, one thing they did, I was reading about this victory, how it happened in Malawi, and one thing they did, they were educating people about their human rights. And this is what we need to do in Zambia. People need to know their human rights are not manipulated. We have a high illiteracy rate in Zambia where people don't know what they are worth. You know, just because they were president, no, but president should do totela a chief. Because Zambia, the republic, is only 60 years, but these kingdoms and the chief, they date way, way back.
Yeah. We owe them a lot. We owe them a lot. The mines, the mines in Kitwe, they were under the chief of the Lambas. And yes, so they were supposed to be, those people, they are supposed to be honored. They're supposed to be honored because it's tradition. Unless we have despised now what we believe in. If maybe you see what is happening at the moment, I was searching. I saw on the money they removed the freedom fighter symbol, and then in reality they are now removing the importance of a chief. As it now,
that's why you know there is one person I know who says independence 2.0. That's what we are fighting for. You know, Ireland ya Mzambia abasungu amacolonial masters balisa send the land kubasungu mamona. By become republic. So when we became a republic, instead of giving what is due to the chiefs, we are now subjecting them to start chanting for a president. No. In California, the indigenous people here in California, they are rich people who have paid a license here, which to own casinos here in California. The indigenous, is it Red Indians?
Yeah,
they
Red
are rich.
Indian.
They don't even pay taxes, and the casino is a license to print money. All the casinos, they are owned by the Red Indians. That's how I'm American. I know there were problems, but afterwards they tried to resolve the problems and try to honor the owners of their land financially, and they don't even mess with them. Number how can a president who are 4 years, SM Kuchushama chiefs who are predated to our ancestors? We have to fix this. Come 2020.
It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. I'm telling you, it was so embarrassing. Now the other thing I was talking about was the abuse on that old woman. I don't know her name, but I hear that she was 91. She's 91 years old. It's likely this happened in Solwezi. And this woman is a freedom fighter, is one of the remnants as freedom fighters in Zambia. She talked about an experience where she knew Mama Chikamoneka and those great women who fought for our independence. And so this woman, 91 years of age, I suppose Crown TV was interviewing this lady, Crown TV. First alarm for me was I could not listen, I could not hear from the question that Crown TV posted to this before this woman. All I saw was a microphone of Crown TV, a microphone, and here was this old lady, 91 years of age, looking very good, I would say. She was looking very healthy, indeed. And she started talking about, we want to know, we want the Lungu family to tell us why they are not bringing the body so that we can bury the body. If they are going to continue this, we are going to, she said, we are going to undress ourselves the way we did when we were fighting independence in 1963, 64. So I couldn't understand what has happened. Why is this freedom fighter saying, we are going, these are the correct words. She said, I was there when we fought for independence. We stripped off our clothes to make a very strong protest before the colonialists, and that's how we fought for independence. So I said, but then what has triggered this our old mother, our old grandmother to say, well, I'm ready even to strip off my clothes and go and protest. I have the authority. Do not underestimate me. I have the power to call on all the women so that we can go and parade in the streets naked to force the Lungu family to bring the body in Zambia. So I said, but why? But why? So I couldn't understand. And eventually from this woman, there was another guy, I think they were all coming from Solwezi, I think, because I could listen to the language. It might have been a local language of the area. And more or less, all of them, they were talking about bringing the tomb. We want to come and bury the tomb. Please, can you bring? It's too much. This is now more than 3 months. All these words. So I was shocked. Now, why am I saying this? I would like to convey my request to that journalist from Crown TV. Before I can complete my my opinion. And probably before I could say what I feel, I have to convey to that journalist, I am requesting that he gives us the questions that he put before that old woman, an innocent Zambian citizen, not an ordinary Zambian citizen, because she is a freedom fighter. So she's quite an important figure in our country. We enjoy freedom in Zambia at the moment because these people, they fought for us. When we were kids, some of us were not even born. So they fought for us. So she is a special person and she holds a special position in our country. Now, teasing that woman, I don't know what the Prime TV asked her. I'm curious to understand the reason why she was speaking so frankly, and she said she's ready to call on all the women in Zambia to strip off their naked and parade in the streets so that the Lungu family can bring the body. And another horrendous experience today. So two things happened today which really made me frustrated and sad. Treating the chiefs like ponies and treating an old woman like an ordinary young girl, like a 2000 young girl. That was horrible. Thank you very much, Wapumur.
Thank you. We have a full panel on TikTok. Welcome. So we have Don Oscar. He's on Facebook on camera today. That's nice. Welcome everybody. We're undercover. Brother Man, we're Joseph's. Good to see you as usual. Daughter of Jesus. They are Z24. So we have big topics. The chiefs, all I can say, I just saw a comment that the president was scolding the chiefs to say stand up. Sometimes when people don't stand up, when the national anthem is playing, it's a silent protest. So I think that's the message. And then I've just got a message. Somebody is asking me who is Mutoro. People are saying who is Mutoro. Somebody inboxed me. I'm like, I know Mutoro today. I heard his name on Sunday in a meeting. And then today I've seen pictures. I'm like, well, I also don't know who Mutolo is. And on this woman, 91-year-old woman who wants to address, I can just say, grandmother, you are too old to be involved in politics. Here, actually, it's like Ngabali were constantly, this woman was in politics talking every day. We can listen. But this is a person who has, who just shows up. In places where they respect human rights, they would regard that as an elder abuse. Yes, Vazé 24.
Sorry to interrupt you. Can I just make a comment on the same woman?
Yes, go ahead.
I know the woman at a personal level.
Okay.
I think the phone number na requata.
All right.
Kutina milanga ngachakwa tumwelekera box zake na mlatu ngamuenda so panga babonyapa.
Okay.
I've been in a house before.
Okay.
It's not herself. You know by UPN.
So bachi abalipira olochishi bachi bachita. Ni elder abuse efa tulelanda. That is elder abuse. You can't take a 90-year-old woman who ayikalira mwamuleta ku kamera tinkafule. Kuchi mwafurisha bakalamba imwe. Mufurisha bakuruba 90 years nangu bafula kusenda fe kitenge twa abapimba. We have no interest. Abafula niba yabakwati na bodi nga balanda tina alafula. Mwamona fe bodi tabanga balanda tu alafula tuchala bashani pana. You know. No by 90-year-old woman ngafula koya mvimba fe kitenge. We are not interested.
Brother man, yes, my bro. Because in one in England, I suppose
Let's be serious, me bantu bakwale sawa banda kaba not ifyo mulelanda tukutambira bakalamba.
Actually, Queen Pumi. Her name is Mama Sebele.
Yeah. You know,
our Kuruba 90 years Nanguba full tapali fichtika. People will just be like cover her up. You know?
Okay. Verse 24. Verse 24. You know Soroism very much. Wakandemba kwa sawana kochawa ma then kwa sawana apa vera horrible investment. You know where horrible investment is found. The police.
So you know that the original owner of horrible investment was like a friend of mine.
Okay, now the one you are talking about Ruvirumate.
Love you too, Agatha. Okay, let's have order. Let's have order. Verse 24. Verse 24. Let's have order.
No, that is Jackson Kungo. No, let's have order.
Let's have order. Remember Z24. Mwana fulunganya program. Mwana fulunganya program.
Undercover, my brother. Just allow me to quickly submit. I'm not feeling too good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome by Joseph. Yes.
When I saw that video, what came into my mind, first of all, is the failure, first of all, by, the journalists themselves, because they should be able to help disseminate right information to our people. Why is the Lungu family having challenges coming to bury ECL? A journalist must be able to explain very well where the problem is. The Lungu family doesn't have a problem with burying ECL in Zambia. They have a problem with HH presiding over the funeral. And HH is not Zambia. And this has to be put in context. And because that woman, you can say, even the way she's explaining from the point of ignorance. Like she doesn't really understand what is really going on. The journalists in Zambia have really failed us. Zambia is polarized with propaganda, a lot of lies, and there is no one from the journalism point of view that stands to explain the truth. All they do is just amplify the same lies. I don't know where we are going to have, investigative journalists that will be able to tell the truth as it is without fear. Even when you go on TV, you see these UPND people being interviewed. It's like they've really also, the journalists have bought into the same lies instead of bringing out the truth that is needed for people to consume and make decisions. Everything that is being said is bordered on lies and propaganda. HH is the only person that has brought us where we are, and he has to be caught for that. Is the reason why we have not buried ECL, not Zambia, not anything else. It is his witness wanting to preside over a funeral that it doesn't belong to him and where it's not wanted, and people should be taught. All right? He's the only reason why we are here. He's the person, together with his attorney general, that took the widow to court. People should understand these things. Now, when you have a journalist who has been made by UPND and say, let's go, this is what they are trying to do. I saw on the other platforms where they were saying, oh, he's not dead. They want to push that agenda so that somehow the Lungu family should be pressured. But I think they've come a long way to be brought into such pressure. It's not anything that is going to work. Whatever it is that they want from that funeral, for me, it defeats every purpose and plan that they have. It will never work. It has never worked for them. Then I also heard another minister come to line on Pumi saying, Zambians in the compounds have 10 hours of electricity now. I was like, is it really normal? Are all these gays liars? Fail to tell the truth. Right? So it is it's quite unfortunate. Anyway, the good news is the same thing that happened in Malawi will definitely happen with them. Malawans have shown us the way, and will do. Only Mutolopiri, just like you said, for me, I'm surprised I'm just hearing this name and this being spoken about.
Even Malawi,
in the political arena, it is now. You can't have, this is exactly what happened. You remember how HH came into politics? From
Yes,
now,
correct.
and that
Correct.
was how UPND struggled for long. You know, from not tested. It's not just about money. I've seen people floating, his education and all that. We don't want that. We need leaders that have been tested. I think in the right now, I feel like in the opposition, we have credible people that can do the work. It's just a matter of time before they come forth. I feel we have enough people that can do work. You need to be involved in politics politically and closely for you to come up and just say, no, I want to be a president. A president of a country, we don't want the same mistake that was made to be made again. I thank you, Mama, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, and thank you for coming back. Hope you're wishing you quick recovery, and we'll be praying for you. So we have many topics today. The 90-year-old woman who is being abused, for many elder abuse. I'm putting that entirely on Prime TV, because a 90-year-old woman, you will tell her anything. Actually, in California, in the US, there are some laws where you can just go to the court and take over. You sign your by that shine. There's a legal term they use to take over any communications for the lady, power of attorney. Yeah, so you can take over power of attorney of people of a certain age, because their thinking capacity diminishes because of age. Like kunofya was serious if you're my elder abuse. So if you have a woman, whatever chisa, ingaba hapokola ngabachi kaka radio station yangabachi chita shut down for elder abuse. That is a typical example of elder abuse, because a 90-year-old woman who has been living her life in retirement, and today, even talking of undressing, like a 90-year-old to undress.
That is inciting pornography.
Yes, a 90-year-old woman, who wants to see that? Eh? And they can't even charge her because she is 90 years, so her mental capacity is impaired. That age, naturally, it's dementia and the Alzheimer's territory. We are all going there. So that TV station is a crime scene for elder abuse. I'm not going to say anything, but Prime TV, you are criminals for abusing a woman. And they are telling her to say, like I say, fool. Who wants to see a brace a 90-year-old woman? Honestly. The days are gone of ukufula. Are you normal? That's why we have this stalemate. No, but nangu mukafule mkale kanafyo bamba tamule fala wani tamaka imone body.
Nomba wa chitatu bafwako kumanda nangu kuchitumbi chabayisi otazisezo tetine nabayicheme.
Imaba Prime TV ni elder abuse na mwishwa nangu ati bamayo bali mwabatuma muse batufule echitumbi chabalungu kinatamaka chimoni. So Munir, we are abusing her for asking her for the impossible, because the condition is simple.
Mama Kuni.
Hello,
Mama Kuni.
Go ahead.
Remember Prime TV bali say report PF.
Yes.
So now my watch she was just used school by
watch Prime TV.
Watch my
Watch Rakabonfisha. But
Child abuse here, that is a human rights violation. You can't take a 90-year-old woman and give her a script to threaten people with her nakedness. If she does that, we just take her and put her kuchainama. She's not normal. That's not normal behavior of a 90-year-old to start undressing, whatever the reason. So that they are not abused. Yeah.
There is where we keep elderly people. In Zambia, we don't have a facility where we can keep elderly people like that.
No, there was an elderly home around about Pandora. There is a home for the aged. Tell me, Pamitanda. I don't know what they have done to it.
Let them facilitate that she goes there. Let them facilitate that. Very accurate. Yeah. She's supposed to be helped, not to abuse her in that manner, no.
Oh, but Prime TV Mwasevana. You are shameless. Abusing her.
We deserve to know who was that journalist. That journalist needs to be exposed. That journalist.
They can bring her in material, they say, where they can keep her and tame those people.
It's abuse.
It's not even about Insara. I'm telling you that I know the woman very well.
Okay.
She's not like a destitute.
Okay.
Nangu vulnerable per se. No. She has her own house.
Okay.
And I think just a few properties. You know, because she looks after herself. Of course, she has got children who also maybe contribute to our welfare and like. But at the end of the day, it's just abuse by the political powers that be.
So Nishavana, very unfortunate in the program. Avana never quarter they've got a job to do. So I was to advise that money, I don't know where. I was to advise that money, Makulisha. Very unfortunate. They can do a little bit of a job, a small job, because that is the embarrassment. Let's not the politician abuse her and then the public on the public display. No. So the children, I think they are hearing to maybe like in Pim, they will do us a favor, they can praise this video. So that the children they hear that money.
I want to know about Kana. Okay, but brother man, let's start the show. Let's have order. I don't know who's gonna go first, but Joseph Nabalanda, Paso Mulishani, but Z24. You want to come in? Hi, Chichi girl, my brother man. You can talk, say anything about the topics. We're telling Padi Malawi. I'm reading a comment that HH hasn't congratulated Mutarika. Yeah. Abwelelapo.
That's just mandatory. It's mandatory because we are talking of government to government. If somebody has done a good job somewhere, a head of state.
Vale mwanamo isi ya omuri Mutarika. Abwelelapo.
No. You just have to let's wait and see if he is able to do that. If he's not, he's unable to do that because look, Mutarika is coming from the backwards. Kuluma, then that is an achievement. And that is it's a scoop. We call it a scoop. It's a mao. There is something that has happened that somebody should notice. Okay, let's just wait and see. But by UPND we're pressing at the advice that congratulate your counterpart there. Because there is nothing like that. Malawi formula, actually, Zambian people, they are very sophisticated. These are not people to pray cards with. You can't pray with Zambians. The problem is that, you know, Karaka Punakari, Yangana, Karakuma, Batimina, Karawiru, Sana, Gaishin is sorry, or Garasranda thing. Gaishin is now a station show, Kawike, the Paka. Because look at the opposition, they are very organized. Opposition, they're very organized. But these guys, in every area, the problem is that they're messing up every area. They've got a lot of mess in this country, and they cannot put themselves together. And look at the time, the period that we are into. Either they have already announced the election and the stuff, and also whatever is supposed to be facilitated. They've done that. That's good. Congratulations. Congratulations. We thank for that facilitation. But the fact is, let's give congratulations where it is due to. You say, oh, well, you need to say thank you, my brother, or what? Let's do that. So it's unfortunate that you. And that is a fact. So the other thing that I would touch is that Malawi is too small to Zambia. Zambia has got credible leaders in the opposition. And when I mean credible leaders, these are people, prominent people that are able to exhibit leadership even in the opposition. But those people that are in the ruling party, they are failing. Look at the way you are abusing even women. They are old women. You abuse them, then you bring them. Okay, can't you use even just young ladies? Even you bring out you come up with young ladies that are vibrant. But on the media, young ladies, they run away. When you bring them in the inner circle to say, because as of now, you need to be, they are supposed to be frustrating this such type of platform. But sorry, let me come back. To me, let me much appreciation and Madam President. These are leaders. These are leaders. I'm sorry, I don't take you for granted. Can't take you for granted. I'm not even. Whenever I'm alone, I'm thinking about this. I can't take you for granted. These are the leaders that we need, and this is what UPND has exhibited failure. Typically failure. He has not. UPND, they have not empowered women. Look at how they have abused them that they can't exhibit leadership. By now, I'm supposed to be dealing politics with Madam Talina Rumango and Nelly Meat, but they are far away. I can't bring myself so low. I can't bring myself no. I can't bring myself to that level. If but by now I'm fighting with you now. I'm now trying to pull you down. Now yes. Look at the name of one. These are the people that were supposed to pull UPND up. They were supposed to advise them, but they underrated these ladies in UPND. They didn't give them wisdom, or they didn't give them that much emphasis that they were supposed to protect each party. But they are abusing them. They are giving them instruction to be messing up. Then they are thinking, they are playing politics, they are doing that, they are very clever, but they are thinking then those in the east of Zambia, like Darena, Nerimoti, in the east of Zambia, You owe me something. You owe me something big. Sorry, let me just pause a bit and then listen to other also commentators over that. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Undercover. I think who was next? My brother man. The mic is yours. My brother man, are you ready? Go ahead.
Me, madam. Okay. Madam, puno ndefo kulanda ko festival. Pali wa president ineni sango kweba tinesa okay na opinion yandi efyo sangire. I think let this be the first time Zambia fwa ko fi mwana kashatu tekeko lezo narandire via.
You know what I was thinking? Sorry brother man, sorry. You know what I was thinking? I was thinking Queen Pomi has got all the mandate for this country because she has exhibited high maturity level. Sorry, please. You can forgive me because me when I go off online, you can't see me, which means that I'm on the background doing some checks and balance, serious ones. I can tell you that Queen Pomi can be fit. Or if I raise my voice over Queen Pomi to say that we need this woman to be a president. Firstly, president in Zambia, a woman, it's just for a change. Okay, for a change. And if I open my live TikTok and also my videos and I just convince everybody, I'm telling you, we can make it in Zambia because this whole issue. Brother Mani, are you getting me?
I'm getting it, bro.
Yes. We can join forces and everyone, and we can influence everybody to put things in order because we cannot be messing up this country like this in the name of whatever politics. Look at everything that is happening. It's all messed up. We are all messed up. All the names are messed up. So we can facilitate a woman for a change. And I'm telling you, if we give a woman just to run this country, I think they can be order, and then we can still have that environment, enabling environment for all Zambians to benefit, and all Zambians also to see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So that's the thing. Because sometimes when I become very quiet, it means that I'm doing a survey, and my survey is quite complicated. No one can understand the type of politics that I do. That's a problem because look at what is happening. All the men, sorry, forgive me, sorry, I don't know, whatever in the opposition or in the alliance, in the council alliance. Forgive me for this, but this is I'm trying to come up with a no-mans. Let's have no-mans. Okay, so we can each and every leader in the Tulsa alliance. Let's have no-mans. Can we give also opportunity for women also to exhibit political ambition and see how look at all the platform. What has been happening? I've been seeing ladies that have exhibited maturity on the political arena. I can talk of maybe William Tambo and Mama Queen Pomi. These are the people that have given checks and balances to this government. I'm not talking about the autonomy. The autonomy, we have the autonomy. I have the autonomy to talk and to. I've got an influence. We've got an influence. Brother, we've got an influence. Mr. Joseph, we've got an influence. My father's got an influence. Chichi and the daughters, we've got an influence. But you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about proper checks and balances where you can.
Okay, but undercover. Thank you for that. Mwapanga point here. So let's let brother man finish. So so the idea, I love the idea of women. I think we saw Mama Dolika Banda come in, Pariwa Emmanuel Mwamba. But our brother man, can you continue? But thank you for your insight, undercover. Yes.
Madam Puni, if you look at Tanzania, Tanzania is governed Jimongana Kashiure Teka. And in Tanzania, I can tell you that things are okay. Village tika. If you look at Namibia, mwana kashi village tika. So that one kwa tilimbia wana kashi na kwa takumu timu wa kushita gavani chalo. Mia ine ishlandira kwa tindi for kushita implesi umuntu. Ndanda fifia street finger for a few umuntu onse. So otherwise, opinion in kwete ne pali no still ndio ntonganya po ushikona kasura ko bati. If you want to now, what does that mean if Madam come to your party?
Okay, well, we will just go to convention.
Okay.
It's fine. There is an imposter there, but you know, there's a convention which needs to happen. But the political party is there. Yeah.
That no the party there, it keeps supporting me.
You know, I trusted those people in my political party. By some for the way they behaved, I'm discouraged. Like, you know, let me just advocate upon Africa. Let me just speak for the people of Zambia, because people in Zambia. I don't want to send Pindina Mayo. Now, but you've never seen her even to come online to advocate. It's discouraging for Zambia. Why is she?
But it's okay.
Chance, my brother, my never chilanda. What a chance name. But to be honest with you, Mandini, I am discouraged because this is a person chimono kwa chimukaramba wandi mukurinda mayo. You know, now so many mayo, these women in Zambian politics, I don't know. You know, Kuchwa I send the presidency, but she's using that presidency to benefit herself. She has not come one day to advocate for anything. Opo Afunishapo as president, but she's there parading. We see her in meetings, but Kutonse Adi Avampea na women's affair from Tonse, she was dropped. So, you know, it's very, very discouraging to say, where are we going as a country? And then the other thing is that these politicians, they embrace people who are unruly in politics. Umuntu ayapange milandu political atuso munankwe pindi aya kutonse bayamupokerera. What is that? You know? It is very discouraging when you see, like, for me, the way I registered my party, and the person who went to Shilembindi, she was embraced everywhere among the politicians. They embraced her with open arms. So where are we going? Everything is messed up. Our politicians, they just embrace each other. That's why my wife mabaya to call you my wife could have bapokerira.
You are not your mother to a possible, but that's still no good and
you know, it's a bigger picture. It's not even about that woman.
We can
brother man.
We can change that formula.
Our woman is still the originally aboniva exiled them when no more rumendo na mufunishe na pape pa internet. I groomed him from 2020.
Okay.
Eva na muchile groom from nothing to something. Amba no kulantukana. But my point is, in Zambian politics, we embrace Nefi Pondo. The same thing they have embraced Chavinga. Mama, Chavinga Uyachi should not be tolerated anywhere. But he's celebrated by PF as the president, by UPND as the president of PF. And this is the dirtiness of the politics in Zambia, where even the government is at the helm of celebrating imposters, Nefi Pondo.
Because, madam, the way you talk,
so palasi kusamba mofia tawe this ichar when she fire so if twakulanira kufya abantu nokuba kita educate abantu. But otherwise, starting from the government, they are supporting imposters. Abena Chabinga.
But for the power order, I'm a politics number, but for the power order.
A problem to Zambia. There is no order. The disorderliness is starting from the government. Kuri ba registra eba le ingira mu mapati yabe nokula fulunganya ekipani fyabe. Ba registra eba fulunganya ekipani kyandi. Manifesto nebo ne wale mbere. There is supposed to be a way to change a president. When you are a founder, I was barely a year. The party was barely registered a year. I'm office bearers by Matwamfunya. Na registrar ya mkusaine fya upuwafi fiyeka fiyeka. Where can you go as a country when your lawlessness is being supported by the government institutions? PF, for example. Fya chika kuli PF, fya chika na kuli.
Nobody is biased now. Now, te. Undercover now, monate. Kwa sana nomba. Mumpo seriously. Kuna abotwala moko wondera kwa pena. Mumpo seriously na party national yabo. Tawakata betwino. Kana ushiba. Brother mine. Mwana nafukata kumkanyapo sana. Oro nomba tuli support ya Mungu nomba. Watule bombi ya Mungu. Oro bombi kwa Mungu le ishwa. Ali mwana kweli tumi nchitoa bomba na lidie. Kashanti. Ango arrive dating na mwewa fati. Arrive date. I wanted to appreciate. Masekens. Nangwene brother man. Aro. Uwa kushamboni. Ilifia kwa ngara na iweshani. Awawata wali uturumfwa. Breza mianga tumfu ilufu tuliranda. Kari le nani. Carry just the mission and destroy every mandate which is not sounding. You understand? This is just too much. No. This is just too much. Politics. About politics, I want to talk with courage. No problem at you at least you got the knowledge for this charity, take a child. Go talk on, but tell today with Tama politics. Today, when today will mirror Canwa. What I will make it Monica. Ogo Mona. Our political parties are in Zambia. If you run Queen Pony, she comes with the statistics and the things that happen. She gives checks and balances. Then you start supporting a person just come from there. Then and the marriage tie jack if you have tie jack. Well. Those are the people that think. I go to Zambia and she went to Zambia, you see. So I'm not she went to Zambia, but very tingra money can
Kuna tumona weekends yes when for body if you can't my brother if you can't stand to talk rankane on behalf of any fellow Zambian nishi
kanja mbogo makopano brother my soul mwebale pa platform mambo kutingira media mwele tingira ma inbox mambo kutubera ma views yero turemi sambira mutwe ko ma inbox mutwe ko efe mwele tonton kanya so twishi abantu botirina bonomba washa brother man de so mwebale pa media na muveli ashitwara shapa ininja foko ana prakatiko so mwebale pa media pa mambo kutingira ma inbox mambo kwa arasha mwebale ko efe mwele tonton kanya just send something Kumiangi Mwaranda, so. Then I'll start marking. Then wherever I will have my live show, wherever I will do that. I don't just come on live show. when I come, it's very objective because we have to be objective. It's not just a matter of coming on the media, nothing. We are not materializing for nothing. No. We don't do politics. So those that are in the comment section, the only thing that I can ask you, can you able to do something for us over this thing that we are talking about? Nobody freedom that because driver or people that changes it.
Thanks, Don Oscar. Thank you for joining. Don Oscar is saying good night. Why, yeah? Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
We have respect for that.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Don Oscar. Yeah.
Thank you.
So, what is your request? Sorry, Nacham Kusenda Mesh.
Okay, yeah, even taking your order, thank you. So the thing is that, brother man, the thing that I'm saying is that we need to be very objective. It's not just a matter of just coming on live and then we are not changing things. We are not seeing things change. We have to have objectives. People, they need to have an objective. Even those that are following us, those people that are influential or those people that we have influence we are over. They need to have objective because we cannot just allow everything just to be. We can't mess up all this work. This is a big work, and then she's doing a big work, and also the lady is there doing a very big work. So whenever we come on this platform or whichever platform, we need to be objective, and then we need to see progress. Are we progressing or? We are just buying time. We don't have much time. I did a video. I think, brother man, you saw the video that I see. I posted.
Yes,
I said we don't have much time. I've got influence on the ground and I've got the influence on the media, and that doesn't discriminate the people that we need to also put on the objective part. Okay, those people that want to buy, those people that we are buying in the ideology that we are buying into, those are the people that are exhibiting that leadership, that they can exhibit the leadership on this country of Zambia, and then those people that are following what is happening, they need to buy into ideology. And if they don't buy into our ideology, then we mess up everything. We spoil everything. Okay? Those people that we say that we are supporting this one and we are supporting this one, will do that. We've got the capacity. We've got the capacity to mess up everything. I don't mind. Sorry. But let's, in the comment section, as individually, and share those ideas and the ideology that they are buying into. That ideology that you are buying into, you need to convince us that can you buy into this ideology, and how do I buy into that ideology? You need to convince, you need to come very, very vivid. I'm saying you need to come very vivid to say that yes, I'm able to see the colors, this and this. Otherwise, I've just come out like this to say that I think we thought of a woman because there is certain norms that we use when we are doing certain things. That's a fact. So, brother Marisol, you are on the floor, but I need just to offload this. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, cheers, bro. Madam Kuni na tsamu kwa interview mo ya ku Malawi. Tubachashita interview one of the ministers that you promised to build 10,000 houses. Mwali kula. Namba shumwa kula ko.
Kufila pena.
Ambo kubabaika. No, that question you didn't tell me that you are coming to ask me such questions.
No.
You have a questions here.
Hello, good evening.
The Kulokole Muishi equipment interviews. Naino Mwari, to ask any. But there are man that 10,000 the Mwala Kula Koyanga. No, we'll be subsidizing here and do a BCD, you know about drought and what? No. Direct man, the water it is outside to Kukula. I have a police na so. Mwalikula. So I think that's the reason why waka in the issue, waka no celebrate winning Yakomu Tarika is because Navena he has promised Zambian so many things that he has failed to fulfill. So ya impact ilebe katawa ka India kubati. Mazambian mane punda to use Malawi strategy, and this is Malawi strategy.
That's it, pen. Bampatso Moisen. Vapeni kwenshita Bampatso, I think very more in a hurry. Chichi girl, I think Mama Chichi is here. Nabailia. Mama Patso Vapeni, are you okay, Mama?
Yes, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good to be here. Good, thank you so much.
Oh, sorry, good evening, my sister. Sorry for forgive us part of our manners and we
Yes. Why
I
said
understand you. I now know what undercover is up to and what he can do.
Sorry,
Yeah.
okay, let me hear from you now.
No, it's all right. No, thank you so much. No, I think just trying to follow up, I think, and just to contribute a bit on the happenings. First of all, when we look at the issue of our energy minister, first, is the energy minister a member of parliament somewhere? That is maybe the first question out. Then hopefully the people that voted for him can actually look at him and see the caliber of people that we are putting in. I was hoping he was just a nominated cabinet minister so that at least you would say it was only the responsibility of the man that appointed him. So it's a wake-up call for all of us to look at the people that we send to parliament and the people that are going to come next year to bring us a chitenge and say, to vote Eleni because not related chitenge. I don't know what happens with most of the people.
Madam, you know, Madam, problem we kwa political parties, abantu ntunguru yesu, wakateka. Tabafuye, wabulo muntu bena, kumuchita adoptu kwewa, no, kuyoba vote ya abantu. Abantu abene bafuye basalo muntu, kwa turefwa ifwe tubike poyo. You know, AI nama issues even in parliament, he failed to exculpate himself over that issue ya right. Achia karam parliament, you over you parliament achikana. No, I didn't say that. Me what I said is trefo kuumbira po abantu bali kwata kama right from at least 10 to 15 hours. I didn't say no. We have managed to at least supply like 10 to 15 hours. What I want here. Ukukana chikana parliament ukukana fe, but inshunto for antile. You know this government. Me otherwise about this government, I think that me fooding a trust to food in conform UPNT because all the UPNT and can about stuff appointee. They are not the people who want to vote over the so they can defend the party just like that through week.
Very Shemi Mama Mpatso, all these UPND MPs are they had to pay to be adopted because it was automatic. Kai effort to ever charge 2021 at least.
Mama Paso, you know what happened? These people also, when they were in opposition, they were paying tithes to President Kakande. They were paying tithes
to be adopted. And, so,
you
which adopt Kuri Pira, so which means
when you are paying tithes, you don't have. Either you don't have a capacity, but it's like you have bought that seat, and then they push you there. That's the reason. That's where we call credibility. In the UPND government, there is no credibility. You know, all the ministers. I can assure you, because if you see the kind of arrangement that is in UPND, how the ministers they have been behaving, because look. what happened in the Minister of Health? What is happening in the Minister of Finance? What is happening?
They paid to be there. They all Tama Felesi one for Alan in the leaked audio. That's one land that 2026 we have to adopt who's popular, not to acquire tempi.
Yes. Yes. So all these people, it's not about this time around. It's not about who is having money or who is somebody whom they want, because all these people, whatever they have achieved, whatever the money that they have made, the Zambian people, they are not down. They are not so dumb or down to listen to these politicians, because all these people, the way they ascended those positions is that those are the people that we are supporting, or those that we are using little money to ascend on those positions. So what is happening now is that it's a do or die.
Undercover, twala bapera shone, robala chita chair. Nara bapera ba hosts. Okay, Kansh, you are on the screen, my undercover, more of a host there. It's okay, go ahead, Kai. More moderating into check.
Thank you very much. I think you can go ahead. I can go ahead to Mama. Go ahead. Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. So as I was saying, the point I was trying to drive across there was it should be a wake-up call for these member of parliaments that will be voted in 2016. Because surely when you look at those kind of things, in full view. I think that when you listen to that interview, it's very embarrassing, you know. Look at when the time he was struggling to mention all those numbers and the amount of power generation and the power that is being exported and imported. They could not even tally what he was saying and the numbers going to Namibia, the ones coming in from Mozambique, and the ones going to Then you ask yourself, are these the cabinet ministers that we have? How do we trust such people to be our leaders? And there is our president seated somewhere saying, I've got a cabinet minister that he's going to look at today and not take action. If you are not doing the right thing, then you go and say people have got electricity for not less than 10 hours a day. Like, are you for real? Are you seeing how many lives probably have been lost because of that electricity that you are claiming people have? Later on, he changes and says, you people, you who is in Woodlands, you have the ability to go and buy probably solar panels and use alternative energy. Who tells people to say you're going to judge people because of where they live or they reside? How many people, even in Woodlands, are going to manage to buy these alternative energy things? I think it's a mockery on the Zambian people. It's a mockery on all of us. And it's something that really annoys or has annoyed a lot of people, because a minister cannot come and tell people to say, but these are the same people that might be running these businesses. Do they run these businesses from their homes? And how sure are they? Because the journalist answers and says, no, and they still insist in where you are even better off. So apart from the hardship that people are going through, it's okay for them to say people should go and look at, go and buy that alternative thing. He comes back and says something else. Then you ask yourself, are these the people we are entrusting our country with? I think for sure we should not relent in voting them out and trying to find an alternative. I think we cannot continue living with people who cannot say one thing and all agree with it. Even just for electricity, which is in public domain, It's been discussed this session that I opened on Parliament. 1 minute, the Speaker agrees that there's a middleman who was actually even in the President's speech, the company of Canona. The next speaker comes in and says, do not discuss people who are not here and unverified information. Then you ask yourself, this is a bunch of confused people. Because this is actually in the domain of the President's speech. When members of Parliament want to talk about it, it's unverified. When members of Parliament want to challenge them, they tell you this is not even the right information. Then you ask yourself, are these the same bunch of people that are not even agreeing with themselves? So how do we trust them with the policies, with all these things that we want to have? I think we can do better. And the only way we can do is by continuing disseminating information so that people can actually know what is happening. Right now, we know there are cholera cases that have started being reported in our country. We don't have water in most of the compounds. Why? Because there's no electricity supply. And then someone will come and say we have 10 hours, not less than 10 hours of electricity. These cholera cases, very soon they will go and then they will say we have bed, and do we have the capacity even in our hospitals? Because food takulia meshi, meaning even the hospitals will be affected or are already affected. How are we going to even contain these same cholera cases? Are these people even looking at it in such way? I don't think so. They're busy arguing, busy fighting shadows, busy fighting people who are dead. Unfortunately, using even the elderly woman, it was a very sorry sight after seeing that woman going and say, Bakaya Afula. Then you should come to me and tell me I should respect myself. If you are parading an elderly woman like that, the moment I'm going to come here and say Nala Fula, believe you me, all of us will start imagining. Everyone will start imagining how I look like when I'm not dressed. So it's as good as me undressing myself before I can actually physically do it. That's what they did to that woman. It's a shame. The journalists are also people that I think they can do better. I know in their schools when they go, we expect people to be very professional. Yes, a few of them might be professional, but probably just like any other, they are working under stringent measures. Did you know that now even journalists, when they hear somebody has been abducted, there's a death somewhere, probably there's a killing somewhere, there's a shooting somewhere, they cannot report? Did we know that? They cannot clear a report. It's only mandated by a few police officers who can go and report. Why? Journalists are afraid they'll be pinned down and probably they'll never practice again. That's the country that we have. There was that case of the two ZNS officers that were killed. Did you hear that on news anyhow? We know the ZNS have got a tight thing. Did you hear that being publicized so much? Or it was later after people who knew disclosed that there was that? That could have been the same case. Journalists are scared. Unfortunately, some of the journalists are partisan. An example that I can give, I think we all know there was a guy that was doing a morning thing in prime television. That man, when people told him you're partisan, he would actually scream. He would actually spoil the whole show being partisan clearly. Are those the calibers of even just journalists that we have? And we expect people. So it takes you and me to help in disseminating information that people should know, so that when people are making decisions, they actually know what the truth is. Because that journalist later on was a media personnel for UPND, was appointed as a media lead or team media for whatever it was, that position was given. Unfortunately, a few weeks later, he was arrested for some theft kind of thing from Prime, unfortunately. I think most of us who know, you know that person, I don't know his name, but he was called Diesel whatever. Everyone told them. But these are some of the people that are actually helping to ruin our beloved country that we need to be rejoicing in. So I think there are journalists right now probably listening to this. Can you be professional even as you report? Can you not be used as a tool to destroy our country? Because this is the only country that we have. can you be used to disseminate correct information so that when people know the truth, they'll be able to make it right? Then, on the I think I was seeing this man that was talking about Edgar Lungu and saying
but FBI.
That man, I think he was beaten recently.
And
he again went and said, and he says, I've been beaten by these. I don't know why they are beating me. You see, that for me is an example of how people can use you. And if you're not careful, people are going to use you and dump you because you don't mean anything. Can people wise up? Can people refuse to be used like that? They'll give you little money. Go and install like that.
Mother. Just brother man, just a minute. Umuntu bawumine, banomuseba bawandakaba. Ulonkulya bawumine chibokolo. Ali landa yesterday ataba muumine tebambi eba PNT.
Yeah.
Pero ba UPNT bachimukonka. Kwa nkumushita intimidate. Ero nombu kwa mutathireti. Ara naye mina binambo kupunda chao akana tiba UPNT bangumine. Maza futa kuma journalist maza. But journalist maza bali no mwenso. I want to tell you more the truth that ichicharo turimo ni silent dictator. Yo turimo maza. Dairi win.
No. Brother man.